Today we are going to be finding out just how evil your Clash Royale win condition truly is. Yes, I cut my hair, okay, I hope you like the cut. I shaved it all up, I had to do it. Now, we're going to jump right into it. And if you have ideas for tier list or alignment charts or smasher passes or whatever, leave them in the comments below and I just might do your idea. Okay, let's go ahead and do the Boss Bandit first. Boss Bandit is 100% definitely chaotic evil. Okay, she is truly evil. She's one of the most evil win conditions in the game. She's busted. I think they just nerfed her, but she's still going to be broken. I promise you. I haven't even played against her and I can guarantee she's broken. She just does too much. She gets way too much value. She's way too chaotic. The dash is crazy. She can dash so many times. It's ridiculous. Okay, Rune Giant. Oh my God. The Rune Giant is definitely lawful good. Okay, maybe not that far on the lawful spectrum because of the very nature of the enchantment, right? Sometimes it gets kind of out of hand, but overall, a very straightforward and fair card. She does almost no damage to the tower. She's not unpredictable. Very straightforward. I would say lawful good. Okay, Goblinstein. Is Goblinstein a win condition? I don't know. I think so, probably. Like, you probably are trying to win with the damage from the Goblinstein and the electric thingy, you know? So I'm going to say it's a win condition. Now, where does the Goblinstein place? Goblinstein is definitely more evil than good, okay? The zap potential is just insane. You get the 2 units for the price of 1. The fireball, as far as I'm aware, doesn't kill the little evil goblin, Goblinstein himself. So I would say definitely probably more on the evil chaotic spectrum. Definitely nowhere near the Boss Bandit, right? But still a little evil, okay? It's unpredictable. Now we have Goblin Drill. Goblin Drill is not nearly as bad as Goblin Barrel. I think we can all agree with that. When it comes to being evil, the Goblin Barrel is definitely more evil than the Goblin Drill, okay? But the Goblin Drill is still definitely evil. How chaotic is it? I don't know. Probably not really that chaotic. It's pretty, what's the right word to use here? Probably predictable, right? I would say, you know the goblins are coming out. You know how many, you know the general gist of it, okay? I think it's definitely more towards chaotic evil, but nowhere near Goblin Barrel. Okay, E-Giant. Oh my God. Oh my God. Come on. E-Giant. E-Giant is definitely evil. Okay, but he's lawful evil, right? He's a lawful evil card. Why is he lawful evil? Well, he's straightforward, okay? You do damage. He abides by a law, right? You do damage to me, I do damage back. But he's still so evil. He counters the very thing that most giants or tanks would be countered by, which is Swarm. So he inherently is going to be evil, okay? E-Golem, pedophiles, chaotic evil, truly the most evil of them all. If you play E-Golem, you should be put down. I mean, we can all agree with that. E-Golem players are bad. Jail them. Okay, next up, Wall Breakers. Wall Breakers are definitely chaotic, okay? 100% chaotic, and they are evil for sure. Wall breakers are, if you split them, it is almost impossible to clean them up for a positive or even elixir trade. And for that, they're definitely evil, but they're nowhere near as chaotic as E-Golem. And to give real reasoning for E-Golem, right? While he is straightforward as a tank, the elixir exchange and stuff, how cheap he is, it really does create a lot of situations where it's just pure chaos, you know? And you can wind up leaking the elixir he gives you and stuff. He's very evil for sure, just because of how cheap he is and how tanky he can be and how massive of pushes you can build with him. But at the same time, you're giving your opponent elixir, and I don't know what's more chaotic than that. Next up, we have Ram Rider. Also, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Please like and subscribe. We are almost to 1,200 subscribers. I really want to hit 5K by the end of February. I know that's a huge goal considering we just hit 1,000 this month, but I think we can do it. Okay, Ram Rider. Ram Rider is lawful, certainly. Is she good? I would say she's lawful good. In fact, I would say that we could maybe move Rune Giant over a little bit, maybe a little more chaotic, but a little more good. I think this is perfect Ram Rider placement, okay? You know what you're getting. She does the same thing. The slow actually makes her a little more evil, but she's still good. She's still good. I think she's fair. You know, I think she just got buffed too. I felt like she was a little underpowered, so I can see that. Goblin Giant. Oh. They nerfed this guy into the ground, okay? He's done. He's dead. He's useless, okay? I don't know why anybody would play him at this point. He's been nerfed so hard. Before, he was supremely evil, okay? He was in one of the most evil Clash Royale decks of all time, arguably, with the Goblin Machine, Goblin Giant, and P.E.K.K.A. But now, anytime I see him, I laugh, right? Because he's just so useless. So he has to be he's I don't even know where to put him. We're gonna leave him right here for now. We'll come back to him. Royal Hogs. Royal Hogs are certainly evil, but I feel like they're lawful evil. Definitely very similar to the E-Giant. I feel like the Hogs are you know what you're getting, right? Like you know what's gonna happen, but they're evil because it's almost impossible to not take damage from them unless you have like Fireball or a building. And if you don't have either of those things, they're guaranteed damage on your tower, which is just disgusting. Then we have the Royal Recruits, and maybe you could say Royal Recruits aren't really a win condition, but I tried to be pretty liberal with the idea of a win condition. Oh, I forgot Mortar. We'll add Mortar here, okay? If I forgot any other ones, let me know. I think I got them all, though. Now, Royal Recruits. Royal Recruits are definitely evil as well. I mean, everybody was clashing out whenever Royal Recruits got added to the game, okay? Everybody was pissed off. So they're definitely evil. They're a plague on the game, especially when paired up in that nasty, disgusting Fireball bait deck. So they're definitely evil, but again, I feel like they're lawful. They're more evil than the Piggies, so maybe we can swap these around. I feel like the Piggies, are they more evil than the Piggies? I don't know. I'm going to put these guys together. I feel like they belong together. They're the same amount of evil. Mega Knight, absolutely evil. Okay, but how chaotic is he? I don't know. He's not really that chaotic. I'm going to put him in true evil neutral. When you think of evil cards, when you think of mid-ladder cards, right? He is the one that shows up. In fact, this is a perfect little thumbnail right here. Evil Mega Knight. I think that's very true, okay? Is he chaotic? I wouldn't say so. The jump is rather predictable and can be baited into King Tower activations and all other sorts of stuff. Now, Skelly Barrel, dude. Skelly Barrel is certainly evil, okay? This is a nasty, disgusting win condition. If you play this, I hate you, and I hope that only good things happen to you. Now, otherwise, how chaotic is it? I think it has to be maximally chaotic. Is it more evil than these guys? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like it belongs over here, right? It's maybe we could move this around to, please. Hello, please. Thank you. I think this is pretty accurate right here. I think the E-Golem is the most evil, chaotic Clash Royale win condition, but Skelly Barrel is right fucking next to that guy, right? The Skelly Barrel, the fact that you get the death damage on the tower, no matter what, basically it makes it disgusting. It's just played in one of the worst decks of all time with Hyperbait. It's just horrible. Remove it, nerf it, kill it. Anyway, Boss Bandit. Not Boss Bandit, regular Bandit. Normal Bandit. Normal Bandit is, while chaotic, good. Okay, our first true chaotic good card over here. Okay, she's very straightforward. She doesn't have ridiculous health. She can be chaotic because you can play her at the bridge and sort of catch people with their pants down, not ready. But overall, I think she's a straightforward and balanced card. Battle Ram. I would say the same thing out of the Battle Ram. Okay, maybe even lawful good. I feel like because of the charge, right? It's very fair. It's a very fair win condition. You know what's going to happen. It's hard to really sneak it in a lot of the times. I would say very fair. Clone. Clone as a win condition is certainly chaotic. Now, is it evil? I think it's just a touch evil, okay? It's maximally chaotic, but just a touch evil. Just a little bit evil. Overall, I would say it's very fair. You know the clone is like, you know, it's a gimmick, right? It's a gimmick, and it'll never be more than a gimmick. So I feel like it can't be weighed that much as like a truly evil card because it's just a gimmick. You know what's up with it, right? Now, E-Barbs. E-Barbs are certainly evil. Are they that chaotic though? No, they're just lawful evil. We're gonna move these guys out of the way. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move the rest of the win conditions out of the way so that we can put Barbs where they truly belong, right? Which is certainly, I had to move them all over here so that I could remember which ones were the win conditions. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Okay, they are the epitome of lawful evil. You know, they don't do anything crazy, right? But they are certainly evil. Okay. Graveyard. Now, Graveyard just got hit with a change where the skeletons are no longer random. So I think that greatly reduced its chaos factor. However, it's still a very chaotic card, okay? It's definitely not lawful. I would say it goes right about here. I would think if you play Graveyard, you probably even could put it higher up on the good side because it's just a tough win condition to play now. There is so much more splash damage and spam in this game than there used to be. So I think that it's if you play Graveyard, you're generally like a pretty honorable player, but it is certainly chaotic to play Graveyard, okay? Next up, we have Lava Hound. Lava Hound. Lava Hound is, I find, not very chaotic, right? Probably pretty straightforward. It just flies at your tower and then little guys pop out. The little guys that pop out, the lava pups, maybe increase the chaos factor a bit. It's close to being on the chaos side. So I think right here is good, you know, in this. Now, how evil is Lava Hound? I would say Lava Hound is actually probably pretty good. Speaking, you know, if you play Lava Hound, you're probably a pretty decent player, like a decent human being, because Lava Hound's not in a great spot. You really got to love Lava Hound to play it. It gets hard countered by a lot of this stuff in the game, and I feel like it's almost a free win anytime you face it. So we're going to put it there. Let's go and deal with the Goblin Giant now. I think Goblin Giant is a little bit evil because he takes care of his counters, which is a thing that is always kind of dangerous in a game like this, right? When you have something that automatically counters the things that are supposed to counter it, it certainly makes it a little bit evil. Now, how chaotic is he? Probably just right here. I think this is a decent space for him. I feel like the drill and the wall breakers and all this stuff, this all makes sense so far. Okay, Sparky, 100% a chaotic card. Is it? Yeah, some crazy things happen with Sparky, okay? Some insane stuff happens with Sparky, but similar to the Bandit, okay? Listen, I've played a lot of Sparky. Sparky gets countered by like 80% of the shit in this game, okay? You can drop 1 Elixir Skeletons on the Sparky and counter it, okay? 2 Elixir Bats counter Sparky. So you really got to be playing your ass off to get real value with Sparky a lot of the time. You just get countered by so much. And with that said, I feel like you have to be like at least decent to consistently win with Sparky. And similarly to the Boss Bandit, like it's hard to, the charge up time, even dropping a Sparky in the pocket is not like, it's hard to get to connect to the tower even. Most people are going to catch it or stop it. It gets shut down by a 2 Elixir Zap, okay? The 2 Elixir Zap can completely kill your whole Sparky push sometimes. It's ridiculous. So I think lawful good. I'm sorry, not lawful good, chaotic good. Okay, Miner, 100% lawful good. Probably the most lawful good card in the game. He's straightforward. He breaks the rules a little bit. So maybe we could actually, well, he does break the rules in a way. I think just slightly chaotic, but maximally good, okay? If you play Miner, you are definitely playing like one of the most fair win conditions in the game. It's got a lot of mind games to get value with it. You can do all sorts of things. It's a very versatile card. I think it's the mark of a good player plays Miner, right? Okay. 3 Musketeers. 3 Musketeers are not very chaotic, I don't feel like. They're very straightforward. You drop them in a spot and they're fucking there, okay? They walk out and they do their thing. Now, are they evil? I wouldn't really say they're evil either. I think they die to a lot of stuff. They get countered by a lot of things similarly to the Sparky. I think they probably belong right in the center of lawful and good, okay? Royal Giant. Royal Giant. Royal Giant opinions have changed over the years, okay? No longer is the Royal Giant a truly evil card like it used to be. It's not very chaotic either, I will say. I think maybe just slightly evil and mostly lawful though. It's very straightforward. It's like a more fair version of E-Giant in a way, but not really in any way. So I think that's fine. Golem. Golem is evil. Golem is certainly evil, okay? How evil is he though? He's definitely not as evil as Mega Knight, and certainly not, he's like slightly more evil than the Goblin Giant. How chaotic is he though? I don't feel like you could call the Golem chaotic. You put him down and he walks in a straight line to the tower and doesn't do anything, right? He's not chaotic at all. Probably same level as Barbs. P.E.K.K.A. Is P.E.K.K.A. win condition? I don't know, but we're going to say that it is. It's close enough, right? Some decks rely on the P.E.K.K.A. getting to the tower to do their damage, their real damage. Now, P.E.K.K.A. is 100% a lawful card and a good card, okay? Mama P.E.K.K.A. is fair. She's fair. I feel like she's maximally fair. She's just like a big tank that hits hard. I mean, she is very straightforward. There's almost no plays you can even really make around the P.E.K.K.A. to make it chaotic or evil. Okay, Expo. I feel like lots of people are gonna have very wildly different opinions about the Expo. Okay, Expo is evil or good. It's tough to say, man. People go back and forth on whether or not Expo really takes skill. I would put Expo not in chaos, though. Well, maybe a little bit. Sometimes you can do some wacky stuff and you get a lock on the tower. So a little bit chaotic. Maybe over here with like these guys, I feel like maybe a touch more chaotic than them. And then how good or evil? I feel like right here makes sense, right? I feel like it's a fair matchup, okay? It's a fair matchup, but right here, I'm going to stick it right here. True neutral, but mostly good. I feel like that's fair. Okay, Skelly Giant. Skelly Giant is absolutely chaotic, but fair. Fair card, okay? The Skelly Giant, it's very straightforward what it does. Similarly to the P.E.K.K.A, just without the P.E.K.K.A has none of the chaos factor of the bomb, okay? And the bomb adds a lot of chaos factor, but it says it's generally pretty good. Now, Balloon. Balloon in and of itself is a very lawful card. It's a very fair card. It's a little evil though, because not every deck really has that many air counters, so I feel like this is a good spot for it. Now, when you pair Balloon with a lot of other stuff, it gets a little nasty, okay? And we certainly get into more evil territory. But Freeze is definitely chaotic evil, 100%. Over here with the E-Golem, right? They go right together. I mean, it's just the chaos factor with the Freeze is insane, okay? Your opponent can hold Freeze the entire match and then catch you at the very last second, hit you with a Freeze, and it just feels like the cheapest, nastiest win imaginable. So 100% evil for sure, and very, very, very chaotic for sure. Now, the Goblin Barrel, okay? Goblin Barrel is 100% lawful evil. The Goblin Barrel is straightforward. There is outplay potential, right? But it's an evil card, okay? The chip slowly getting chipped down, the log bait, the types of decks it's used in, they're just evil decks, okay? They're meant specifically to manipulate people and prey on their weaknesses. So very, very evil. Now, does it obey the laws? I would say 100%, okay? It's a very lawful deck. I would say it goes like right here, right? And why do I say that? Well, it gets countered by a lot of stuff, but you can outplay it, and, you know, there's rules in place around log bait that everybody follows. Rocket Cycle. Now, this is certainly evil and chaotic, 100%. How evil and chaotic? I would put it like right here, probably. Well, maybe it's lawful evil. It's definitely evil, okay? Rocket cycling the King Tower, or in general, rocket cycling a tower is evil because there's almost nothing your opponent can do about it. Now, how lawful is it? It's not chaotic. It's definitely evil, but lawful. I would say like right here, probably. It's probably less lawful than like E-Barbs or like the Goblin Barrel and stuff, simply because those things are more straightforward, and the rocket has potential to get value elsewhere and stuff like that. So I think that makes sense. Definitely lawful good. Okay, the Giant, similar to the P.E.K.K.A, these two go right together. Very straightforward, very clearly like, listen, this is what this thing does. It walks to the tower, it punches the tower, it has a lot of health, does decent damage to the tower, nothing insane, no real tricks, very straightforward. Now, Hog Rider is absolutely chaotic, okay? I mean, it's in his nature, right? But I think he's the true chaotic good of Clash, okay? I think he's the true chaotic good of Clash, right? He is 100% gonna do all sorts of crazy stuff. The milliseconds of time that pass between a hit and no hit, or 2 hits and 1 hit, all of that stuff makes him a very chaotic card, but he's very fair, okay? You know exactly what you're going up against, right? He's a good guy in general. And finally, we have the Mortar. The Mortar is definitely good. Definitely good. Okay, the Mortar is good. It's similar to the Expo, that it's a fair win condition, right? It's very easily countered by a lot of stuff. But some of the decks the Mortar has been played in recently are really nasty. But I'm not going to judge it on all decks. I'm just going to say, in general, the win condition is good, but it's definitely chaotic. I feel like it's more chaotic than the Expo, right? it tends to lock on in weird ways that I feel like the Expo doesn't necessarily. It is easily countered, but I think that's pretty good. And there we have it, right? Here's the whole chart. Okay, we can zoom in finally and look at the whole chart. Here is how good or evil your win condition is in Clash Royale. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you in the next videos.